they disagree with the majority, we still need to be making sure that the people are the ones leading themselves, and that way, if something goes wrong or right, the people will have a better understanding of what it is that's happening, instead of legislators always taking control and leaving people frustrated with how it is going. I promise to be somebody that works well with everyone, because that's how I am in my life. I reach out and give my heart to everybody in my community. I hope that at the end of this election, no matter how the results go, you will see me around and you will see that I am an asset to this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Liz Meitl.
I think in a year when the national conversation has been almost devastatingly sad, when I talk to so many people and I read so many people who say they just can't bring themselves to vote for either of our presidential candidates, I am so heartened by what has happened in Kansas. Everywhere I go, there are really amazing, high-quality conversations going on between really amazing, high-quality people. And so I am grateful to be a part of this, but I'm also very, very hopeful and determined to be a part of this continuing. I think regardless of what happens on November 8th in terms of the elections in Johnson County, these conversations are vital to our long-term well-being as a community and as a state. We need to retain the judges in the Supreme Court, and we need to tell everybody we know that that's a priority. And then moving forward, we need to continue talking and talking and talking so that the legislative bodies can hear us about what we value and what we think is important. Because I think that the communication that has started because of our disagreements can go forward and become a part of an agreement. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. Stephanie Clayton.
It has been both an honor and a joy, and frankly a true calling, to have the opportunity to serve the citizens of District 19 for these past 4 years. I am very hopeful that I may again have the opportunity to serve you for 2 more years. In my experience in the Kansas legislature, so often we talk about bipartisanship. For heaven's sakes, I consider myself to be pan-partisan, honestly, because I have had so many wonderful opportunities to form bonds and to work across all of those different lines with so many different people, whether they are what we would refer to as Tea Party, the furthest left Democrats, or the furthest right Republicans, and then all of my moderate friends in the center. I, again, want to carry my spirit of optimism and would love to have the opportunity. Let me go in and help clean up this mess. Please consider me on November 8th, and thank you for allowing me to serve.
In Senate District 7, I'll start with Barbara Bollier.
It has been a great gift to me to be able to serve in the legislature for the last 7 years, to learn the process, which is immensely complicated. I had no idea. And to establish amazing relationships with people so I know where to go when a problem arises, and know that it doesn't matter what party label they carry. Who can fix it is who can fix it. I look forward to the opportunity to serve you with my heart of compassion, my caring for this district, and my ability to lead, which you have seen over this time that I've already been serving, and to know that these are tough times and we need people who are tough and ready to lead, to make the changes happen that we need for this state. Thank you, and I do ask for your vote on November 8th.
Megan England.
Well, results matter. And unfortunately, I'm the only candidate in this race that has a record of initiating, sponsoring, and passing positive legislation for our community. This last summer, we were devastated to hear that our schools might not open, and there were high fives as soon as we fixed it. And a lot of people wanted to take credit, all types of people, every party wanted to take credit. But what really they were trying to take credit for was for kicking the can down the curb, and nothing was fixed. We sold off an economic development tool, and we're going to run into the same problem again next year. And we don't have another economic development tool to sell off. The equivalent is selling off your television to pay for your utility bills. We need some serious change. We need to start to have people that will be on committees that can actually propose legislation, defend legislation, and I can be the change agent for this Senate district.
In front of the State Board of Education race, we'll begin with Steve Roberts.
Thank you. Whether your name is Hilton and you own the hotel, or your name is Smith and you manage the hotel, or your name is Jones and you change linens in the hotel, you deserve the opportunity to read well and understand numbers. I'm doing my life's work on the board. I would be very grateful to have another term to represent you on that board. Thank you.
And Chris Cindric.
It is such a privilege for me to be here and have an opportunity to run for this race. I like to think that I'm a good communicator and listener, and I have led many positive IEP meetings. My daughter recently finished law school and works as a legal assistant, and my son is a physician, and I give a lot of credit for their success to the great public schools that we have here. They told me if I was going to complain about anything going on in Kansas, I had to do something about it because they would no longer listen if I didn't step up. So I appreciate their nudge. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate any support. I would love to be an advocate and representative for Shawnee Mission Schools in District 2. Thank you so much.
Well, that concludes the Shawnee Mission East PTSA Area Candidate Forum. Thank you very much. Thank you all the candidates who came and spoke and answered questions. On a personal note, these issues of education and the future of our state are more personally relevant for me now that my wife has had our first child just 2 weeks ago. So this is the first time I've been out in the light in 2 weeks. So I feel like I haven't worn a collared shirt in a month. So, but thank you so much for allowing me to host, and thank you for coming and attending and asking questions and being engaged in this process. And I'll hand it over to Mary.
What an informative discussion today. I'm grateful that you all were able to be here. Our SMAC legislative co-chair has gratefully recorded this and will be posting this on YouTube, so please let your neighbors and friends, not only in the East area but across Johnson County, know that they can find out more information by going to the SMAC-PTA YouTube site and learn more about what our candidates have shared today. To begin my thank yous, I wanted to just acknowledge some people that are here today. Our principal, John McKinney at Shawnee Mission East, is by far one of the most amazing principals I've ever had the opportunity and privilege to work with. And I'm so grateful for what he does for our teachers and our students and families on a daily basis. Thank you, John, very much. We have some other people here. We have Denise Soltz. Thank you for timekeeping. She is our president of the Kansas PTA, who is here today. We have some school board members, Donna Bisfield and Brad Stratton. Thank you. We have elected officials also. Nancy Lusk is here. Thank you all for participating in this event. Kyle Palmer, thank you for facilitating. It is no surprise that Kyle is a former teacher. Your insights in education and facilitating this conversation are well noted. Thank you. You got to keep the hat. I might live in the Shawnee Mission North area, I believe, but that's all right. We'll also have a little space in his heart for the Lancers. And then let's please give a big round of applause to our candidates. Thank you so much. All of our candidates here today, that is not a common trend across the Johnson County area. So thank you all for coming and sharing your thoughts. Thank you all. It's a great day.